What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're here with the Face-Off event. Now, in this video today, we're going to be just looking at the Mihawk side of the event, which is the most difficult event, the 10-star difficulty version. There is also a little bit of an easier one, the 7-star difficulty Hancock, and also a 4-star difficulty Buggy. So, depending on the type of characters that you have, you may want to go ahead and challenge these easier difficulties. Personally, I actually haven't even looked at what these particular events do. I've only really been focusing in on the Mihawk event because the Mihawk event will give you the best drops. It's the hardest difficulty, gives you the best drops, which ultimately gives you the more points in order to get your points for your Chopper Man mission rewards. So if you go to the request for Chopper Man, go to the special missions, and you scroll down here and you'll see some of these rewards that you'll be able to get just by earning points through playing the event. There's lots of good stuff here: Rumble Scrolls, Universal Skill Books, Cotton Candy, and of course the Rainbow Gems. You can get up to 64 Rainbow Gems by playing this event, so I would advise to get this event going. It is only going to be here for 3 days, so make sure to get going, and definitely try and look for some friend captains for the brand new rare recruit Boa that just came out. She's very good for this particular Mihawk event. Personally, I have not pulled on the event, so I will be using characters that obviously are accessible outside of that Sugo Fest. So before we get into the actual breakdown of the event and the teams I have for you guys today, I want to just quickly talk about the brand new character, which is the Edward Weevil. So Edward Weevil is a really good unit for this event, and he is a 1.5 times point booster unit and a very useful unit for the event on essentially all variations, and definitely the Mihawk variation. So this unit is a strength slasher driven with a captain effect of 3.25 to strength, and then boosts strength and quick characters by 2.75, and then boosts strength dex quick characters health by 1.2. So like, not a crazy captain effect, but the special ability is the main thing, because he has a special that reduces the cooldown of strength, dex, and quick by 1, changes their block and badly matching into matching, locks those slots for 1 turn, and gives you a 2 times orb boost to strength, dex, and quick for 1 turn, which goes really good with his crewmate effect that resists special reverse by 2 turns. So you can use his special to get around the special reverse mechanics for the rest of your crew, which does happen on the Mihawk event. And also he boosts his base attack by 100 if he is the last character to attack during the chain. You get this Edward Weevil by getting 50 points in the event. So what I would strongly advise is to go ahead and just run one of the easier difficulties, or run a team that doesn't have the Weevil first, and then go ahead and start leveling him up. Use him for the event on your other teams. He comes at max skill, which is good. He does have a limit break, obviously, and you get additional copies as you play through the event. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any Pirate Rumble stuff, but that doesn't really matter at the moment. But anyways, that's the quick breakdown of the event. Let's go ahead and get farming, and I'll show you guys 4 teams that we've created in this video today to take on the Mihawk event. So jumping into this event, the first team that we have here is going to be utilizing V3 Akainu as the captain, with the friend captain Boa Hancock, which is the brand new Boa from the Sugo Fest that just debuted, the Face-Off Warlord event. With this team as well, we got some pretty key units as crewmates. We do have the Edward Weevil, which is going to be a fantastic sub on essentially all the teams versus Mihawk. You want to be using this Weevil, not only because he just essentially counters everything that happens on the final stage, or almost everything on the final stage, but also being a 1.5 point booster, you want to be running that Weevil on your team. But also on this team as well, we've got the Strength Rare Recruit Cody, who's going to be great for removing paralysis and despair on one of the variations, because there are 2 different variations on stage 4. And then we have the Beppo Sachi Penguin character, which removes Threshold and Bind, which is very good on the other variation that we'll have to be taking on. We also have this Kizuna Rare Recruit Sengoku, who has a great special ability that removes 6 turns of attack down, but we only need to remove 5 turns of attack down on the final stage. And V3 Akainu is such a strong captain, providing an attack boost and a conditional boost on the enemy stage on stage 4. However, one thing to note is that on stage 4 against Perona, with the 2 different variations, one of those variations has a defense down immunity, so you will not get the conditional boost from Akainu, just making sure you guys know that. Also on this team, we have a very key support unit attached to Kobe, which gives us an ability which can remove the special bind, which we will be inflicted with 3 turns of special bind on the revive of Mihawk. And the Boa Hancock special is fantastic for the revive, as it removes the 5 turns of percent damage reduction, and it also gives our team a 2x attack boost to our crew. And with all that being active, we are able to just have enough damage to take down Mihawk, which stands at 15 million HP. So that is the Akainu team, and this is currently the team that I am using to farm the event so far. Haven't really had too many problems with it at the moment, and you know, we'll see how things go, but this is definitely the team that I'm using currently. Moving on to the second team of the video, which is going to be utilizing V3 Boa Hancock. Shout out to my girl Carissa for suggesting this team idea. It was really cool with Germa 66. However, this is probably not an effective team that many people can build because we are utilizing the brand newly released V2 Enel. He's going to be attached to Germa 66, which gives our Psy characters a 1.5 times color affinity boost on the final stage, which is very useful because when Germa when they switch into the captain spot, they're going to be super effective against all types, so it's an absolutely perfect unit for the Germa 66. But as for the other characters on this team, I mean, V3 Boa Hancock is just the way that we're getting around all of the debuffs on stage 4, no matter what variation it is, because they do not have a full immunity, meaning that the Love Beam from Boa Hancock will be able to be activated, and we can use one of our super types, ideally our own captain super type first, on the Perona stage to do as much damage as possible. Unfortunately, it didn't kill, but you know, I guess with some optimization, we could be able to kill in one turn. And ensure that you use the Boa special before you leave this stage, so that you have enough recovery so that when you reach the final stage, you will have your 5x captain with Boa Hancock as your captain. Because remember, with her captain effect, she is built around recovery, and that is how much damage that she'll be able to output. So you want to make sure you're healing as much as you can before those final boss stages. You can see that when you get her just below 20%, your middle row is stunned, but it doesn't really matter because when we reach the next stage, the preemptive of Mihawk does damage to us anyway, so we're able to get around the stun. And we have the Toadskii, which will get rid of the block orbs on our team as well as giving us a 2.75 times chain lock, and that does last for multiple turns, which is useful. We have Sentamara on the team because he's a booster unit, plus it will go ahead and reduce the cooldowns of our captains, which in turn reduces the cooldowns of all of our other characters. So we have Germa 66 for an orb boost, which lasts for 2 turns, and we will be using the secondary Boa super type, but on the revive. So on the revive, we're going to be having a chain lock, we have the super type attack boost, and we still have the Germa orb boost, because on the revive, Mihawk does not remove our beneficial effects, and because of the special bind and rainbow shield, that is why Kuzan is on the team, because we can have the attachment of Garp as a support unit to remove that special bind, and then using the Kuzan special to remove the rainbow shield, which will give us enough damage output to just absolutely destroy Mihawk after the revive. So as long as you kill before the revive, you're going to be killing after the revive with this team, with absolutely no qualms at all.
石にされたい。邪魔じゃ。経験値の差じゃね。
Moving on to the third team of the video, we have Mihawk and Perona. Now, this team in particular is a little bit finicky and, you know, depending on the situation, could be a little bit tricky to use, because what happens is on the revive, you're not going to be having your dual captain, which means that your damage output is severely nerfed. So with this team in particular, because you're not killing on the revive in one turn, it is a little bit risky, which is why we have a very certain support unit on this team. So attached to the Stampede Buggy, we have the support of Halloween Reiju, rare recruit character, which when we launch the special of Buggy, it means that for 2 turns, we get an increased chances of getting matching slots. So it means that after the revive and we do our burst turn of attacks, Mihawk is going to be on a relatively low HP pool, and then having the support of Reiju means that we have a slightly higher chance of getting getting matching slots for our team. It's probably not the most optimal way to get around the content, but you know, it's able to get the job done, which is important, right? We also have this, I kind of screw up with this recording as well. I was supposed to switch into Perona before moving into this stage, but you know, I go ahead and switch now into Mihawk, and then you use his special for the conditional boost. We also have Zoro attached to him to give us a 2.5 chain lock, but also something to note as well is you saw that I used the Kobe special right there. If you don't have to use Kobe to remove the paralysis and the despair, I would highly advise just to save it, and save it after the revive, because the thing is Kobe has an effect which can block damage from Dex characters, so long as your health is above 50%, I believe. So that's a perfect special to have. It gives you recovery and stuff, so you know, use it after the revive so that it ensures that you get the KO, because you know, you won't have to worry about your health being too low or anything like that. So we have the color affinity boost from Weevil, of course, we have the orb boost from Weevil, and then we have Buggy as well to get rid of the attack down. And with all that being said, it's a pretty impressive team that gets the job done. And in terms of point boost, this team actually is the highest point boosting team that you'll be seeing in this video today, because it has every single unit on this team is classified as a point booster. Halloween Boa, of course, is a fantastic unit. Unfortunately not boosted fully on this team, but allows you to get rid of bind and get rid of damage threshold, and it also gives you more beneficial slots. So it's a really good unit, despite the fact that it's not boosted on a lot of more optimal teams for this event, but a really good unit for the event nonetheless. The final team of this video is Super Type Snakeman as our main captain, and we have a lot of other obscure units here. We have the Sanji Pudding Kizuna limited rare recruit character, and this is not the legend Sanji Pudding, this is the other dual Sanji Pudding that released, which is a color affinity booster to strength, dex, and quick characters, but it also removes 5 turns of damage threshold. We've also got Kizuna Buggy, which removes 5 turns of bind, despair, and paralysis. So with the Kizuna Buggy and the Sanji Pudding, we remove every single debuff that could potentially appear on stage 4 against Perona here, which is good, and we also get a color affinity boost out of it, and we can also use the Snakeman special ability to give us a full board of matching slots and a 2.5 times orb boost, which leaves on the last stage to get an orb boost and a super type special to get the 2 times attack boost to our team as well, because we do have Sanji Pudding, which is enabling the super type special of Snakeman. So with this team, we have Weevil on the last stage to get rid of all of those nasty slots, and also with the special reverse, then we also keep those slots for multiple turns. The regular rare recruit Boa Hancock as the crewmate on this team enables us to get rid of the attack down on the final stage as well. And Snakeman, of course, with his super type, will not only make our strength units hit even harder against Mihawk, but giving the 2 times attack boost on the first turn, which means that on the revive, all we have for damage on the revive is the Boa special ability. But, you know, even with that being said, we still will have enough damage because we have our 5 times captain, we have our super type active, which gives us enhanced color affinity, and the 2 times attack boost added on top of that. Now, with this team as well, we don't completely get rid of the special bind on the revive, so we will have to stall 1 turn, but it's not that big of a deal because we have enough HP to at least tank 1 hit, and because of Boa's captain effect, it removes 2 turns of special bind by itself, which is great. But that is going to end this video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.